Stand, I think it makes a lot of sense into Alistair. He really struggles. Every time he engages, he's guaranteed to stun him. Game of the split, and here are the faces to the players. Yeah. Of course, we've cast them for quite a while now. A couple of new faces to the roster that joined in this year as Carlson in quite a lot of danger.
Yeah, Scumon's on the chaser. Carlson trying to get away, but Han Summer with the ghost. That's first blood!
But Han Summer wasn't the target there, which allowed him to freely trade back onto Flackhead. You can see they're about to hit that level 2 mark. They're going to threaten an all-in.
Oh, LeBron goes in immediately as they look for the engage on Flackhead. No real escape here for the Yanama. He'll flash, but Han Summer still has his. Sten flashes. His Sejuani game where he did the second most damage on the team on Sejuani was one of the reasons Heretics were able to fight against Fnatic. Here, Scumon just messing up that tempo, just getting in the mind, getting in the face, using the pressure he has in the mid lane from Caps to push in here and force Sheo and Camilo away.
Hex Flash
away. Hex Flash going in. Flame Chomper's down as well as Broken Blade's down to 300 HP. Knocked into the wall. It's a solo polo!
Summer being accelerated, likely will be able to work towards that atomization that has a way of dealing with Carlson.
It's the I will dominates demands.
The sequence in the map movements has given G2 a big opportunity to build a lead. Ultimate's going to be used by Camilo. Not so much effect, I feel. That was an extra tower shot, though.
Broken Blade's going to hit the Decimating Smash here. Should have the shield in a second as well. Camilo tanking up all those minions. Can't really do much to actually shred through Broken Blade, who, going through the pots and the biscuits, heals himself all the way up. Grubs secured as well. 2-1 in favor of G2.
The problem with moving Flacken into the mid lane is it is harder for you to get priority on that lane.
I mean, this is the problem. Carlson's just going to go in. There's the all-out follow-up. Han Summer's already burnt the flash, doesn't have the ghost. The TP coming in to try and help him out, but he might be dead before his help arrives. LeBron now. No way for him. Getting that earlier one when G2 swapped to top means they don't have to be too worried about too many dragons. Sten there, knocked back with a flash forward out of LeBron. He's going to try and flash away, but he's slammed into the wall and he's just dead. An overstep, to say the least, into Han Summer. He was about 400 ahead at the start of that sequence, now 800 in the lead. Could get first tower in this bot lane alongside it. He is going to be so dramatically accelerated. And you look for Heretics, like, where is our key point that can deal with this Jinx? It's only Carlson, really, at the moment who can do it. And there's enough protection for G2 to keep that Jinx alive.
Caps gonna get a bit of damage down onto Sheo.
Decimating Smash coming out across the wall from Broken Blade's not gonna connect. Cyclone out of Sheo, and again, a Heretics player just overstepping. Tibbers brought to the party just to make sure the Caps doesn't die.
The fact that Broken Blade die in the 1v1, Hans gets caught out in the top lane as well, and these are the things that we're still keeping our eyes on. Sten finds himself caught once more.
Yep, once again, just overstepping. Flame Chomper's behind him, stunned up with a trample slammed into the wall, and Sten dies again.
The problem is they're being suffocated on the map as Scumon and Lebrov continue to move into their side of the jungle.
He can't dash away because of the steadfast presence. He puts the Emperor's Divide down, but Caps is running past the tower, decides against it with the TP coming in. The trample being used as well by Lebrov. Doesn't get the stun. Sten misses the Glacial Fissure, but Sheo uses the Hex Gates to slide his way in, and Camilo, in the end, is getting paid.
Pretty much everything on the map. They need to find these cross maps where they can.
They're about to be in a 2v5 in this top side. Scumon looking for the damage onto Sheo. Lebrov coming in as well. Pops the trample early, trying to get that stun. Cyclone out from Sheo will keep him alive for now, but the chase continues. Lebrov lands the knocker, and Broken Blade brings down the axe. Carlson under his tier 2 has Sten to defend, and he will manage to escape.
Another tower gonna go in favor of G2. This time they brought cavalry while making this play happen on the top side of the map. And Heretics, they're doing the right thing. They're trying to cross map on the bot side, but with the Herald, they're just not going to be able to contest fast enough. G2 looking to knock down their second tower in the top lane. And that goes in the area.
G2 Hexgate behind from Lebrov, has the Blast Cone too. Could Hex Flash across this wall, looks for the chase. The Tibbers down onto Sten. Flashes away from the Headbutt Pulverized combination. Drake. Broken Blade doesn't have ultimate. Keeper's Verdict coming out, hits onto the Wukong, and now Sten is in for a world of hurt once again. Locked up in the jungle, tries to escape. Another order will be enough. Scumon flashes forward, and the zap doesn't even need to connect. Scumon now slid back into the base of Sheo. Carlson looking for the flank as well. There's the shutdown for Sheo. Carlson going in, Han Summer flashing out. Heretics will take their kill, but they lost a man and the Atakan alongside it.
I think the zone control that G2 had, with all the pressure they were exerting on the map, made it very difficult for Heretics to enter. But then it was G2 that initiated the fight. And now Broken Blade might be in a bit of danger.
Forcing to defend around their mid lane tier 1. Heretics now stepping forward. Glacial Fisher, Caps gets the stun before the Cyclone comes out. Drake over to G2. The engage continues and Hun Summer's untouched. Unbreakable, Stend is no longer. Hun Summer left to deal with Carlson, but Caps flashes in and Tibbers finds his man. Carlson knocked back. G2 defend their AD carry. It's a double for the Jinx, and BB and Caps are not done yet. Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto the Azir. Sheo should get out with the Blast Cone, but Caps might cut him off. Tibbers there to try and give vision. Caps no flash, but does have the stun. Flash forward, Cyclone. Caps will die to the tower, but Sheo will follow suit to the axe of Broken Blade.
A nice counterplay from Sheo, but it was a last-ditch effort as the rest of Heretics fall. G2 make the front-to-back happen. They win the team fight. They're looking to secure another tower. They get themselves the Drake. And this game is all but said and done. As
G2's going to get in. It's a dash pathmaker. If Camillu's going to get in, he has to dash too. Broken Blade just tanking up Heretics. At 3 items, LeBron going in for the engage. There's a knockup onto Carlson. Flame Chomper's not quite perfectly placed. Stend has to flash the wall, and someone also will get the knockup onto him. Super Mega Death Rocket follows up, and Hun Summer with a zap threats the Needle. Blackhead putting out some DPS himself as Carlson's forced back towards the Razor Beat camp. G2 will settle for that, playing a 4v5, getting a kill, and getting a tier 2 on bot side.
At the side of the Rift, as the Baron is going to be started off. G2 is looking to put pressure across all sides of the map on the Heretics. Skewmon is getting a little bit low.
You've got the Buckler on the Poppy, so he should be able to just shield himself up. TP in from Caps. He wants to join the fight around the big purple worm.
Okay,
Sheo can still look for the steal here.
But the Poppy ult, remember the Poppy ult.
Look at where Lebrov is trying to be a nuisance, gets the knockback, but it's only onto the decoy and onto Camillu. Still, because LeBron is there, Sheo can't get into the pit before it's secured. Skewmon dashing in, flashing in, looking for the kill, and Sheo will fall. The Cyclone, a breath of air at most, not tempestuous at all, as G2 find 2 Blackheads down. Stend and Camillu forced away. Carlson retreating to his base, now stops his recall to join up with the fight, but it's too little, it's too late. Camillu and Carlson full HP, and immediately G2 turn their attentions across towards the Cassante. Decimating Smash will be blocked, but the Steadfast Presence blocks the dash again. G2 16-5 up, 10k ahead, and we wondered whether the G2 vacation memes would continue. It seems the dreams of Heretics have been turned into nightmares. G2, in dominant fashion, will take the win.
An impressive performance, specifically from Skewmon on LeBron in the early game. The way that they put Sheo behind and they built up and executed in the mid-game was fantastic to see. G2 with a strong showing overall here in Game 1 of this series.
Not much Heretics can do to defend G2. Not yet focusing the Nexus, but as soon as they do, they will wrap it up. Tibbers comes to make it 6v3. As even on the fountain, you are not safe. G2 1-0 up, a 14
against low mobility champ. I don't like MF into Bard.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly
I was about
the
to
same
say
thing.
low mobility champions, I think, are exactly what Bard wants. And so, like, Victor, I think, can really be punished when Xin Zhao, also, he doesn't really have any innate dashes or any jungle camps
very
yet.
true.
So, Skewmon, though, using that advantage as he sets his sights in the mid lane.
Camillu here does hit the level 6, trading onto Caps, who's still half a level away. Camillu trying to flash away. Arcane Storm down onto Caps. The shield will be enough to keep him alive. Skewmon gets the first.
Push in the top lane, but the Pantheon ultimate, it is available, and it's going to be invested in top lane.
Starfall onto Blackhead, doesn't have cleanse. You can flash, but you can't escape the shield. Skewmon, second of the game, looking to try and get Pantheon's first win here in the LEC in summer. Currently 0-5. Skewmon unable to play in week 1 because G2 didn't play in week 1 now. Trying to set that statistic to rights. Heretics did a good job of stealing away one of those grubs to make sure it's not a full 3-2 G2. Sheo goes in. Rakan on his way across, not yet level 6, but Sheo's just winning the 2v1 right now. Now stunned up, LeBron with the stun can't land it. Heal coming out from Sten to try and pop up. Sheo does have the flash and can dash out at the back of the pit. Crescent Guard down, he flashes. He was hoping that grub would go down below the 900 mark as LeBron's trading onto Camillu, and the flash forward from Caps is enough. Bullet time won't take out anyone from G2.
And yeah, it's that you can see how in high-level League, these small decisions having these cascading effects, right? And we talked a lot about that contest over the...
Scumon's looking towards the mid lane. No flash on Flackhead. The duck is Quacker's. Shockwave brings him back. Flackhead with a bullet time. Caps dodges it easily. G2 4-0 now as LeBron and Hansama continue to trade on Camilo and Stend. The lane assignments from Heretics, bringing their mid laner down towards this bot side because he's the only one that can really deal with the cape. Stend down to 300 HP, LeBron the same, Tempered Fate. Hansama's gonna net to put the trap down to catch out the victor! Taken. He can join a fight around the Rift Tower. You now have 4 people on the top side. You still have pressure putting down towards the bottom side with Caps. And because of that, Heretics delayed on their tempo, can't reset in time, can't come out and pressure it.
Damage. Scumon prioritized clearing through his camps. They didn't really have much setup on the objective. They do have that one ward behind on blue for a potential TP.
I don't think they're going to fight it.
They're just going to give it up.
Rift Tower charge. Ah, that's actually really nice positioning from the Pantheon, because for a second I was worried. Stend was looking for the quickness there, but because he drove into, and this is where Motorsports comes back to it, Betty.
Right.
If you hit a wall at an angle,
yeah,
because force has to be maintained,
yeah,
you bounce off at a reciprocal angle.
Yeah.
So he came in at an angle and bounced up towards the top side of the lane.
True.
Like Verstappen in 2021 when...
Now, this sequence has given G2 3 towers. By putting the Herald in mid, Heretics actually responded with like 4 members to match, which then opened up for Caps to secure that bot tower, and then Broken Blade gets the assistance of Scumon to secure that top tower. Heretics should be able to trade at the very least 1 tower back, but the gold lead just continues to extend, and G2 don't really need to force anything. Their next play will likely be the Arcanas. Heretics are now trying to force something.
Grand Starfall, it's a great bait mate from G2 as they pull Heretics forward with the Shockwave early. Cosmic Bind is going to land as well on Sheo. G2, though, do not have the numbers and don't have the
value out of it, right? Because it gives you that bonus AP.
Usually death caps are reserved for cuties, though.
Right, obviously. I don't know how to follow that, so let's talk about Camilo, who's in a lot of danger right now.
It's been caught out. LeBron's going to magical journey away. There's the ace in the whole follow-up. I'm sorry, Betty. It's indie music references. You have to get them out when we can. Broken Blade still trading onto Flackhead. The quickness comes out, but he flashes away from it. Mercury Treads doing a lot of work. The blast cone in time for Flackhead. Redemption onto Broken Blade will heal him up. And BB was so deep, pops the emote as he wanders his way away. Heretics just do not have the damage.
G2 is just so far ahead right now. The number of options the Heretics have.
Oh no, Flackhead! He didn't know! Broken Blade takes him 7-0 now. G2 will get the Aracon alongside the kill. And yeah, the options have, that well seems well and truly dry.
Certainly does. Jungle support synergy, which I think was on full display in this series. And Scumon just individually did have a fantastic series overall. In Game 1, he did a really good job of shutting down Sheo. In Game 2, his ganks have been super effective, and he's been making a lot of stuff. The engine that is Sheo has been shut down, and we haven't really felt his impact. He's trying to make his presence known now. Lebrov connects a stun.
Tempered Fate onto Flackhead, who doesn't have the flash, and Broken Blade's here. And once again, Broken Blade will take the kill. 3-0 now on the Jax, as you said. One of his best champions this year, only lost twice on it. Scumon's going to sit in the redemption, heal himself up. Ace in the whole Crescent Guard will block it. Stend with the quickness down towards happening this year.
It's a tough one.
They don't happen that often anyway. Flackhead does have flash, but Broken Blade saves his for the last possible moment. Flackhead flashes away, the barrier comes in as well, but he's whack, whack, whack by a lamppost. Jax with 4-0. Has that Seeker's arm guard in case he's ever in a spot of bother, but so far hasn't been perturbed at all.
0-5 for Flackhead. He has been the target of G2's aggression, along with Camilo. Sheo trying to approach the Baron. Caps and Lebrov will not allow it.
Stend is just going to die for that. He flashes away. Redemption coming out. Ace in the holes. Blocked by Carlson, who saves his support's life. Camilo the next target. And he wants to join his teammate at 0-5
in this game.
And credit to G2 for doing that. I think Heretics have made some big mistakes. Some of
G2 fans with a lot of confidence. The Dragon should be secured here by Heretics. The Caps TP is going to come through. G2 want to force the fight.
Broken Blade goes in with a counter-strike, lands it onto 2. Scumon there for the chase. Broken Blade still has that Seekers, remember. Knocked back, knocked up, still healthy enough to continue to go forward. He carries the Shockwave onto the back line. And Camilo and Flackhead fall again. Sheo joins them in the death chamber. Carlsen flashes to Tempered Fate, and Skewen and Nabrov are on a magical journey to follow him down. The rest of G2 are pushing in their base, only Sten there to defend, and I don't think we can expect him to be able to do so. Broken Blade will chip him away. Carlsen actually TPing back to the base means there are two defenders here, but their base is under siege and they don't have trebuchets to try and take out the enemy forces.
They're actually going to choose to go back to base out of fear.
Sten here looking for a flank position, just trying to find some semblance of a way back into the game. Will land the quickness, will land the knock-up, and there won't be any follow-up damage as Carlsen's defending in mid. Tempered Fate's going to hit, and the Shockwave's going to follow suit. Doesn't even need to use it. Instead, they go for Sten, who'll fall. Carlsen getting chased out by Broken Blade, who's on the back line once again. Counter-strike forward. Grand Star fall for the follow-up. It's a double for Caps. Not quite a triple as it's stolen by LeBron. Summer gets the fourth, and Carlsen stands and watches as G2 crack through the base, take everything off the map apart from the bot lane inhibitor and inhibitor tower. 17-0 in under 30 minutes.